What's up, y'all? We are out here. It is November 14th. About 8 a.m. in the morning. Fishing some mainland creeks. Some of these longleaf pines along these creeks, these saltwater creeks. It's really cool to see. Kind of different habitat than the real marshes behind the barrier islands. Cormorant. These mainland creeks. These tidal creeks are really cool. Get fed by these freshwater creeks that flow down through Wilmington, and they feed into these larger. But we're working our way from the back end. Falling tide. It's about 50 degrees this morning. A little windier than I was expecting. I didn't think there was going to be wind here, so I'm kind of surprised by that. But we are going to see if we can get us some speckled trout this morning. We're going to be fishing at nice couple deep holes on the falling tide. A lot of current. And see if we can't pull some out of here. We got one. That's a good one. Oh, shook himself off. Good for him. Good for him. That was a good one. That was a big one. See, sometimes what you have to do is change up your angles to make shit work. He was like tapping at it, and then he smacked it hard. Smacked it, we got him. Smacked it hard. I like that. Let's get him again, because I think we can. I have faith now. I have faith. That felt like that was one of the bigger ones, though, which is, you don't always want to get the bigger ones first. There's a tap right there, I got it. So much slack. This rod, you can feel every little touch. No matter how little. It's nuts. There we go, that's a good one. God, they shake so much, I'm worried he's gonna throw the hook again. Oh, there's a good one. I just shake their heads so much, dude. I'm gonna lead them right to the boat. Lead them right to the boat. Lead them right to the boat, in the net, in the net. Solid one. That's a solid one. That's a keeper. Just got him right in the mouth. Perfect. Perfect. Hooks it right in the corner of the mouth. Hold on, bud. We're gonna get you out of there. Buttermouth, I got you. Old buttermouth. There he goes. Always worry about the hook after the fact. Let's look at this little beauty. I don't feel like messing with hooks right now. Oh, that's a pretty one. Oh, that's a pretty one, y'all. Yes, sir. Old buttermouth. Hey, let's measure him. I'm gonna speculate 18. Get it? Speculate. Oof. Ooh, your boy's good. Right at 18. That's a pretty one. That's a pretty one. Finally got the mirror lure to produce. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. This guy. Shoo. Keep my foot out of the way. He's a fat one. He's a nice one. Girthy. Pretty. It's a pretty fish. Nice. Let's get him in the cooler. That one's for the breadcrumbs. Let's see if we can get another one. I'm kind of looking at the conditions right now. Wind has really slowed down, if not albeit stopped. It is coming from the north, kind of like I thought. And the tide, from what I can tell, is still pumping. It's 9 o'clock. I got a bookie in like 30 minutes, give or take. I'm just trying to, a lot of what I'm thinking about right now is angles. With trout, for whatever reason, they like to drift things. They like to eat things that are drifting, kind of not really moving. They will hit things that are moving, but they generally hit them on the fall when it's going down. And I don't know, maybe I'm speaking in generalities here, but I feel like even when I was fly fishing, you know, a lot of that's just a drift, and the trout kind of just sits there in current and he waits for something to drift over him and he eats it. And it's an efficient technique for sure. Where I'm going with that is it's really important how you drift your lure or your fly to make sure that the action, the presentation is correct, right? So this is a huge thing a guy in Colorado taught me on a really good charter fly fishing trip I took out there, where he was just like, you gotta make sure you're mending it the right way and you're doing this and that so that it's flowing through the current in the right manner, so it's at the right height in the right water column. Felt like a tap, etc., etc. So when I'm in a situation like this, fishing for trout with this suspended twitch bait, which is essentially just, there he is, you gotta make sure it's drifting right way. So right there I switched it up, so I was making sure I had the right angle. Come on, why am I drifting this way? Here we go. Here we go. That's a good one. That's a decent one. A decent little guy. I'll take him. Oh, don't like the net. Not a fan of the net, huh? What's up, bud? Welcome to the party. That looks about 16 or 17, probably. I'll keep anything out under 20. I just like to release them over 20 if possible. Let's see if we can get this out of the net here. There he goes. That only took a minute. Nice slimy boy. Buttermouth, little fangs. Let's see what the size is on this guy. Right at 17. That's good size. I like that size. I might have to move entirely, or I may just have to call it a day here in a sec, but I'm not going to keep any more just because they wouldn't fit in the cooler. I don't need to keep any more. I do want to see if I can get one over 20. Which he might be in, there's a hole right here as well. He might be in that little hole. Wait and see what it's doing. There we go. Oh my god, that's a good one. That's probably a drum. Nope, that's a good one though. That's the trout we've been looking for, y'all. Oh, no, it's not. It's a drum. Oh, there he goes. That was fun. That was an angry little red drum who really wanted that mirror. He took off. That thing was probably 15 inches. That was one of the smaller drum I've seen. He took off like a bolt of lightning though, man. Those things are fun. Oh, they are fun. Shit, I might call it after that. Let's see if we can. Let's pick this up. That's probably another drum, honestly. That actually might be a trout. Decent little trout. No, it's a drum. It's a drum. I think it's the same angry one I caught a second ago. Got him. What's up, partner? Little red drum action. Okay. I can dig it. This guy's going back, but let's take a little look at him here. Jesus, I can't get a hold of him. Hey, little dude. Got a couple spots on you. Pretty fish, man. They really are. Little drum boy. Alright, bud. Adios. What's up, y'all? So this is a follow-up from the trout fishing I did the other day. Actually, it was a couple days ago now. I wanted to do a little catch, clean, and cook video. I didn't actually get a video of me cleaning the actual trout. Didn't really think of it at the time, but it's a pretty simple process. If I do another video like this, I'll get that next time. But I did want to show this video of me actually cooking them. I'm going to do a really straightforward, simple recipe that I enjoy using trout particularly for. They are a pretty light, flaky fish. This is sea trout, you know, speckled trout, spotted sea trout. They go by a couple different names. But they do have, they're not like the firmest meat, and they definitely don't hold together as well. I feel like even flounder holds together a little bit better, even though it's just as white and flaky. So trout's something that I'm pretty delicate with. I generally just kind of pan fry it or something along those lines rather than like deep frying it or grilling it. You can bake it as well, it's good baked. So we're going to do a simple pan fry with a lemon butter sauce. Just kind of keep it really straightforward and try to just let the taste of the meat speak for itself. I got some rice, and I'll see what veggies we have in the fridge, and we'll saute up a veggie. Right now the fish is thawing out because I did freeze it, because it's also one of those fish where it won't stay really well. I'd highly recommend if you get trout, you definitely want to bleed them right away. Just to get all that adrenaline and junk out of their meat, out of their flesh. And then you definitely want to freeze them right away. Unless you're going to eat them fresh the day of, you're going to want to freeze them because they just don't hold up real well. And even in the freezer, they don't hold up fantastically. So it's a delicious fish, but it's definitely not the greatest meat quality. So sorry about the water running in the background. That's the sound of us thawing out the fillet we're going to cook up. Should be about ready now. Yeah. Get that fatter end a little bit more thawed out. So we're going to keep it super simple here. Because this is my first time recording while I'm cooking. I don't feel like hurting myself or burning anything. And yada yada yada. So go ahead and do this like this. Super simple recipe. I mean, right now I actually don't have any veggies. All we have are like carrots and potatoes. I don't really feel like doing that. So we're just gonna do fish and like the tiniest bit of leftover rice. I'm just gonna mic that up. Doesn't really matter. This is basically your ingredients. Let's get a little bit more spices here. I want some smoked paprika and garlic powder. So it's pretty much just your flour, your seasonings. That's gonna be your breader. A little bit of butter, a little bit of olive oil in your pan to cook the fish. And then your sauce is literally butter, lemon juice, a little bit of parsley, a little salt and pepper. Keeping it real simple. Let's see how this fillet is feeling. Could use a little bit more time. It's still a little firm. I'll let this pan heat up. Meanwhile, we will prep our breader. I'm going to be eyeballing this because I've made breader a billion times. I know how I like it, so I'm just gonna do some flour. A little bit of your spices. Actually, really like black pepper on speckled trout. I don't like black pepper on everything, but for some reason, fresh ground black pepper is smacking on speckled trout. So you got your breader here. Just gonna mix this up. So honestly, I'm in no rush on the fish because we want to do that after we got this butter sauce ready anyway. So it's just me, so I'm gonna only do like 2 tablespoons of butter. Maybe 3. Start with 2. Let's see how much it looks like in the pan. Not going. So with your butter sauce, this is as simple as it gets, like I said. So it's literally just gonna melt this butter down. We're gonna wait for all those bubbles to burn off. We're gonna let it brown a little bit so it gets a little bit of flavor to it, a little bit of caramelization. Once you see that caramelization, you got a little color to it, we're gonna pull it off the heat. We'll add in our fresh lemon juice, our salt and our pepper, and our fresh parsley. And it'll stay in a sauce-like form for probably 15-30 minutes. So the parsley, I mean, you know, take it off the stems. You just want the leaves. This is such a tiny bunch that I'm just gonna kind of roll it up real small. Watching your fingertips. Every little piece counts. Then it goes and gets all sticky and sticks to your knife. It makes it hard to grab. So that's plenty for seasoning. I mean for garnish and for your sauce. What's up, Theo? What's up, buddy boy? Alright, our butter's over here browning quickly. Turn that heat down. See, that is too quick. You want it kind of lower and slower than that. You want to have that, give it time for those bubbles to burn off first. And you don't want it to brown, like burn. That's not really what you want. So I'm going to take that off the heat. Just let that ride out for a second. Meanwhile, over here, we got a similar situation. This bad boy is going real hot. I can feel it. I'm going to go ahead and slice this lemon. Well, we did 2 tablespoons of butter, so I'll need a quarter of a lemon, I'd say. Child. It's looking really hot. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that off heat for a second as well. That's probably right where we want it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze the lemon juice in here first. If there's any seeds in it or anything, that way we can just go ahead and grab them out of there rather than plucking them out of hot butter. Give this another little shake, make sure it's all incorporated really well. I'll do a little bit more lemon juice. whisk. So you're basically creating an emulsion here. The acids are holding the fats, or the fats are holding the acids, but for whatever reason, these two non-combining liquids are able to hold themselves together because of emulsification. It's a magical thing in cooking. Do a little salt, do a little fresh ground pepper, bada bing. That's looking right. Yeah, it looks lovely. Let's give it a taste. Oh, incredible. Okay, we're gonna let that hang out back there. So now that this is given a second to cool back down, it'll heat back up pretty quick. We'll go ahead and add our oil and our butter. We'll do a smidge more oil. Off our hands. I do have to rotate that pan because it has a tendency to, well, as you can see, it's all leaned in one way, so we gotta make sure everything gets some love. Looking lovely. So here's our trout fillet, which is a little frozen still, but that's all right. Not sure the best way to do this. I'm gonna go for it. So we're gonna go ahead and bread these. I am gonna try using them not entirely thawed out. I just realized they are not all the way thawed. Yeah, crazy, I know, but not the end of the world. It happens. So it's really super simple. I don't even worry about an egg bath because we're not frying these. We are just pan frying these. So we'll do this right in here. So I actually took this off the burner because my intention is doing this really low and slow. So that's still nice and liquidy. Just keeping it emulsified, kind of keeping it on the burner near the pan here. Our fish are looking not so bad. We just ran into a hiccup with them not being entirely thawed out. So I knocked the temp down to around 2, and I've just been letting them essentially low cook. Now the bottom, I'm about to flip it, but the bottom is not done yet. What I did is I turned the temp back up, I'll flip it, I'll get a nice sear on the other side, and then we can flip it back over and finish it up. So one of these, you know, that's not terrible color right there. I'll still want to bump the temp up just a hair so I can flip it back over and get a nice crust. Same with this. So I really recommend a fish spatula. In a situation like this, it wasn't that difficult. Sometimes they want to stick to the pan, or they just want to be flaky and fall apart on you. And a fish spatula can be a game changer for that situation. So, I'm not going to do too much, just going to let these guys go. Got our little plate of rice and stuff over here. Yeah, it is a little frustrating with this pan how all the oil falls down to this one side. It's not the pan, it's actually the burner itself as an angle. Probably could replace it and get that fixed, but it's something we haven't done yet, so. Almost there. Got all our components ready. Delicious sauce over here. Some rice, a little lemon. Gotta love that sound.
See, that's more the color we want right there. You got these nice caramelization action going on from that butter, the cast iron, all that yummy, yummy flavor. That's what we want right there. So I'm just gonna actually take them now, pull it off the heat. It'll keep cooking while I'm plating it up. And bring it on over here. Just gotta get your little drip drops off. There's some good looking stuff. Looking gorgeous. Let's do this proper. Just glazes the fish. That's beautiful. Delicious. Give you one last look here. Steaming hot deliciousness. So we got our dish here. Let's make sure you guys can see it all right. Kind of sliding all over the place there a little bit. Maybe I should angle the camera down, would probably be better. Yeah, so there's your fish. Looking all lovely. So this is our pan-fried speckled sea trout. Just lightly done, simple breader, cast iron skillet with a real simple lemon butter sauce. I mean, I'm really hoping that the flavor of the fish speaks for itself. So let's see here. The sauce is incredible. So it's hot. It's cooked all the way through. No issues with the not thawing out the whole way. They're one of those fish that now in hindsight I do think of that the flavor of the meat, it doesn't like have a lot going on. It'd be a really good fish to marinate or something like that, because comparatively with like a sheep's head or a flounder, fish that tend to have even just the meat itself has a little bit more going on. This one is kind of just a blank canvas. So it's nice to dress it up with a sauce. It's delicious, don't get me wrong. It's a nice, tasty fish, but it reminds me of a lot of trout in general. I think they kind of need a little bit more of a dressing up to really get them to have a lot of punch, have a lot of flavor. All that being said, this is delicious. The meat's consistent, you know, the texture of the meat is right on point. Kind of flaky, but still firm. And the lemon butter sauce is unparalleled. I mean, you can put that on any fish dish. It's going to be a crowd pleaser. It's one of those simple dishes that is really light and, you know, straightforward. It's a great spring, summer kind of dish. Obviously, this is a fall fish, so we do what we can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing really else I can say about that. It's just a really delicious fish, fun to catch, easy to cook. Yeah, speckled trout. It's a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you next time.